In the next few minutes, you will see a solid introduction to the unique characteristics of a high C individual in the DISC model. If you are a high C, this video will help you understand your unique behavioral strengths and potential challenges. If you are interacting and communicating with the high C, follow these tips to improve that experience. High C, compliance. People with high C as their primary behavioral style comprise about 13% of the population, the fewest in number of the 4 behavioral styles. A high C is generally conscientious, analytical, diplomatic, courteous, accurate, and precise. They are fact-finders with very high standards. They are rules people. They like knowing what the rules are for any situation, and they want everyone around them to follow the rules along with them. Cs have a controlling nature and tend not to reveal anything about themselves. They may even seem aloof, but they are often just thinking things through before they offer a perspective. A high C would not be comfortable with a loosely run brainstorming session where people are coming up with broad ideas. They need structure and clear guidelines. They tend to avoid new solutions and stick to proven ideas. The primary emotion of a high C is fear. If a divisional all-hands meeting was announced at work, the high Cs would be most concerned about receiving bad news, possibly layoffs. They would pay close attention to the content of the announcement, and if there were a typo on one of the slides in the presentation, they would catch it. At work, they are conscientious and reliable. They maintain high standards for themselves and the group. They are good at gathering and organizing information and ensuring its accuracy. If a high C walked into a staff meeting, they would quickly note who was in attendance and then begin studying the agenda. They would raise their hand if they had a question or comment to help maintain order to the meeting, and they would take copious notes. While a high C's commitment to accuracy can be a great asset, he or she may get bogged down in the details and become defensive when criticized. Their friendships at work may be based more on mutual interest than emotional bonds. When things become stressful, the highly accurate C can be annoyingly picky and critical of others. They may also take on a pessimistic view of the situation. High Cs de-stress by spending time alone. When the air at work becomes thick with tension, a high C could be found in their cubicle with their head buried in a document. When communicating with a high C, it's important to be direct and well organized. Don't be too casual or too personal. Be conservative in making promises and be sure to deliver. Draw up an action plan with clear milestones for delivery. Ask them for their thoughts and opinions because they won't offer unsolicited opinions. If you disagree, back up your position with facts. They don't believe in acting on gut feelings. Disagree with the facts, not them personally. And give them time to think, as they like to process things before committing. The high C is motivated primarily by certainty. They need to know exactly what is expected of them and that it is achievable. They have a strong aversion to risk. Most people have a combination of 2 or 3 of the other DISC styles as part of their total behavioral profile. The most evident or visible style is called their core style. All of the descriptors we have covered here are for people with a core style of C, or compliance. Understanding these tendencies in you and in others can be very helpful at work and in your personal relationships. We can't change the behavioral styles of other people, but we can recognize and adapt to other styles. Be sure that you view the other DISC behavioral style videos and understand those individuals' unique characteristics. Applying the DISC tool will help you understand others, adapt to their style, and improve interactions and communication.